Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Thursday, 1st June 2017. I'm Fredicia Liebert. The Department of Agriculture held an agro-commerce online training workshop earlier today at the Department of Agriculture's conference room at Prospect. The workshop was sponsored by the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture. St. Kitts and Nevis's AICA coordinator, Augustine Merchant, outlined the objective of the agro-commerce.
And I believe that it's not so much so that we're not producing. I believe this is so because sometimes people don't know where to get what. And so you'll find we have quite a bit of cabbage on island, but then you still have quite a bit of cabbage coming in and other crops. And so what this online marketing hopes to do is to try to remedy this. It's a site where persons could go and see what is available and order what is available.
E-Government Coordinator on St. Kitts, Ophelia Blanchard, stated that the workshop will look at three main components, which includes a survey, an online marketplace, and finally the agriculture store database.
Farmers must be registered. So, we understand in St. Kitts, and I presume in Nevis as well, that there's a drive to get farmers registered. And this is going to be another benefit for farmers. Register, and then they can get an online presence. You have option. A farmer can choose to say, well, yes, I want to have an online presence, independent, and I want to be able to add my own products and be able to interact with the consumers directly online. Two, they also have the option whereby they can go to the agriculture department. I know in St. Kitts, they can actually go to the agriculture department, have their produce stored there, and even there's a service where agriculture department will seek to sell those produce.
Also delivering remarks at the opening ceremony was Director of Agriculture Randy Elliott and Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture Eric Evelyn. Over the past couple of weeks, persons on the island have been experiencing intermittent power outages. General Manager of the Nevis Electricity Company, Nevlec, spoke about the reason for the outages.
As in past reports, we have indicated that these frequent outages are due to aging infrastructure that has rendered three of our main sets out of commission, ranging from issues of power assembly, cooling system, and in one case, a damaged crankshaft. The management staff, or the maintenance staff, is working assiduously to correct the defects where possible, and the needed parts are being procured. These outages will continue until further notice.
Swanston then urged persons to take the necessary precautions.
There is no scheduled outage as loads are taken off as per demands on the power plant. We therefore crave your patience and understanding and ask that all necessary precautions be taken to safeguard your appliances. Some of the things that you can do is to install surge protectors or delay systems, especially on your sensitive equipment such as your refrigerator and televisions or any electronic equipment.
General Manager of Nevlec, Jervan Swanston.
I want to publicly record my gratitude and the gratitude of the Ministry of Health to Dr. Chatterton and the SIDF board. I want to publicly record our gratitude to the federal government, Dr. Timothy Harris, our Prime Minister, because it is through that collaborative effort that we have been able to get the millions of dollars that is necessary to move this project forward. This project in its first phase, I'm advised, will be over 10 million EC dollars. That money has come through the goodwill of the SIDF. The second phase will be an additional sum equal nearly to that amount. And so we are really embarking on a very ambitious program to bring health care to the people of Nevis to the very next level.
Minister of Health in the Nevis Island Administration, the Honorable Mark Brantley, was expressing his gratitude to the federal government and the SIDF for financing the project, which is set to take place at the Alexandra Hospital. At yesterday's groundbreaking ceremony for the diagnostic wing at the Alexandra Hospital, the Minister of Health presented his remarks via video to those gathered to witness the event. The Minister of Health then spoke about the other plans for the diagnostic wing.
We hope to have full diagnostics. We hope to have CT scan. We hope to have the necessary mammograms. We hope to have a new lab, X-ray. We hope to have all the modern amenities and facilities. And for those out there, particularly the members of the Nevis Renal Society who have persevered year after year, we hope to have dialysis made available right here at our new facility for the first time in Nevis in a safe and professional way. These are all the commitments that we've made. And whilst they have taken some time to materialize, I'm very happy as Minister of Health that I'm here and able to say thank you to all who have brought us to this point. I wish this construction smooth sailing. I know that we have professional contractors on the job, and so I admonish them to work hard to ensure that we stay within our budgets and to ensure that we deliver a first-rate hospital facility for all of the people of Nevis.
Minister Brantley delivered his address via video as he was away on federal business in Jamaica. Still to come, 33rd edition of Child Month celebrations began today. The details when we return.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. Students from primary schools grades 3 to 5 across Nevis assembled at the Nevis Performing Arts Center for the first inter-primary math competition. During the opening ceremony, Sylvia Foy spoke about the sponsors for the math event, which she organized.
Our sponsors, Delta Petroleum, NevCan, NevDC, Mr. Fitzroy Bryant as one of the officers, and Dr. Dale Maynard are all Nevisians who receive their basic training and education right here in our island, right in our schools on Nevis. And they have decided to give back to our children and to the island. For their gestures, we say a hearty thank you on such selfless support. We do hope that they continue to do so, and that by their actions, other Nevisians can step up and offer their sponsorship. Please let us continue to support our children in this discipline, mathematics.
Also at the opening ceremony, Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Emery, welcomed the work of Foy and the work she has done to put some excitement into what many students view as a difficult subject.
One of the objectives is to create a greater love in our children for numbers and the relationship between numbers. It is also important that we see mathematics not as a challenge, but as something which we can embrace and which will provide us with a greater understanding and reasoning, because all of mathematics requires reasoning, the application of the mind.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, also addressed the students, teachers, and parents during the opening ceremony. He emphasized the importance of math in everyday life.
Math is a functional subject. Most of us use it even without thinking. And I know you students do as well. You who have to buy snacks at the snack tray at school, I am sure that some of you would have already calculated how many of something you could buy even before reaching to the tray. You would have calculated that according to the snack money that you were given. Now that is the same way that your parents do calculations when they go shopping, say at Best Buy supermarket, at Ram supermarket, at Value Mart. Now, without accurate calculations, you or your parents can ask for more things than your money could buy. And you know what? That could lead to some embarrassment in front of your friends or other customers when you get to the cashier. Having a good grasp of math can save you that embarrassment.
At the end of the grade 3 round, announcer John Williams delivered the scores.
The winners for grade 3 thus far, Charleston Primary, 35 points. And we have a tie for second between St. Thomas's, Elizabeth Primary, and Maud Cross Preparatory.
We will have the winners of the other grades in a subsequent newscast. The 33rd edition of Child Month is taking place, and the Department of Education is hosting a number of activities to celebrate in the month of June. The theme for this year's activities is Every Child's Early Moments Matter. Education Officer with responsibility for early childhood, Florence Smithen, elaborated on why the theme was chosen.
This theme was adopted from UNICEF, who is presently launching a campaign for Every Child Early Moments Matter, where they are focusing on increasing awareness about the importance of the first 1,000 days of a child's life, the importance of the early experiences and the development of the brain, and the basic rights of children. And so we are in support of these particular points, and so we have adopted that theme.
When quizzed about the activities for this year, Smithen spoke about a new activity dubbed Literacy Day.
This year we have added to our usual activities a Literacy Day that will promote literacy in the community, where we are inviting parents at the various centers. We are also encouraging people in the community to donate books to the various preschools, and also we are urging, all parents to be present, both father and mothers, and especially fathers, seeing this is their month. The 18th of June is Father's Day. And we are saying we don't just want fathers, we want daddies, and we want mummies, because this is critical for children. A child may have a father, but until that child is able to make that connection and that father becomes a daddy, that is when it's important to a child. So our theme song speaks about every child needs a mommy and a daddy.
The other activities include a church service for the early childhood centers in every parish on June 4th, the annual parade day on June 9th, Tiny Tots in action at the Nevis Cultural Center on June 15th, a bake sale on June 23rd, professional development sessions for early childhood workers on June 13th, 21st, and 26th at the Department of Education, Literacy and Fathers Awareness Day, and the final event, the Parade Day in St. Kitts on June 30th. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.